Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Chooks, and today I want to talk about virtual machine installation in a Hyper-V console. Hyper-V is a hypervisor, just like VirtualBox and other hypervisors, but Hyper-V is made by Microsoft, so it's a Microsoft product. So as a matter of fact, several operating systems can be installed in a virtual machine, which is on a Hyper-V console. So today we'll be looking at how to install a virtual machine in a Hyper-V console. I have a system that the Hyper-V is already installed on it. So I'll be going into the lab to demonstrate how a virtual machine can be installed into this console. So why are we doing this? Because you see, if you have one system, for example, you have a Windows Server 2022 or 2019, that is just one system, right? You cannot do anything about Linux operating system on that one system, right? And you cannot do anything about a Windows 11 client operating system on that operating system that you have, which is a Windows Server 2022 or 2019, as the case may be. But however, once you have a Hyper-V console installed inside this your system, which I will refer as a host, then you have the ability of installing virtual machines inside this Hyper-V console and install different kind of operating systems into it. So at the end of the day, you have a host machine, which is your Windows Server 2022 or 2019. And inside this machine, you have another environment, which is a Hyper-V console that has several virtual machines that are running other operating systems. So what this does is that it gives you the ability to play around with multiple labs. If, for example, if you have a Linux operating system in one of the virtual machines, right, you'll be able to play around, issue some commands, play around with the setting in a lab environment, basically. If you have a Windows 11 or you have a Windows Server 2019 or any operating system that you feel like installing in this Hyper-V, you have the ability to play around with the setting, you have the ability to learn it, you have the ability to improvise several solutions with it, all right, instead of going to buy different computers with all these different operating systems in them. So it's a very interesting and fantastic tool to have, you know. So today we'll be looking at how to install it, and without wasting time, let's take a deep dive into it. Follow me as I go to the lab to explain how these things can be done. So now we are the Hyper-V manager, and we'll be installing a new virtual machine inside this console. We already have 3 virtual machines here, so now we are going to install a new one. So to do that, you just go to your right hand side and click on New and click on Virtual Machine. So here we have the virtual machine wizard. So we click on Next, and this is where we're going to give a name to the virtual machine. So we can just say Test VM. Okay, so we go Next. The generation, I would like to go with generation number 2 because after reading it, I think that generation 2 fits what I want to achieve. So I go Next here. So this is the memory allocation stage. The system has allocated 4 gig memory to my virtual machine. If I like, I can change it, but I want to stick with the default settings. So I go Next. So this is the networking component. So at this point, I'm going to choose default switch. So if I choose default switch, I will enable my virtual machine to be able to connect to the internet using the host network adapter. But you can decide to choose whatever you want or even create a new one depending on your topology and what you want to achieve that suits your environment. So I go Next. At this point, I'm going to choose the hard disk size for my virtual machine. So I don't really have enough space on the host, so I will just go with 20 gig just for the purpose of this video. So I'll go Next. Here I'm going to choose the operating system I want to install on this virtual machine. So I've already downloaded it, so I'll just browse to the folder where I have this virtual machine, the ISO file. I'll go to the folder, so virtual installation folder, and I'll choose this one. Okay, so I'll go next. So summary of what I want to do: the name of the VM is test VM, generation is generation 2, memory is 4 gigs, and network is default switch, the hard disk size, and the operating system. So I go on finish. So at this point, the virtual machine is already on the list. You can see it's test VM. So now to go ahead and install the operating system on it, I'll just double click. So here I can click on start. So starting the installation of operating system. When I had to hit a key on the keyboard for the operating system to choose the boot device and begin to start. So here I go on next, English. So install Windows Server 2016 now. So the setup process is starting, and we're going to wait for it to load, and it's going to take a little while. So at this point, I'm going to choose 2016 Data Center Evaluation Desktop Experience. So I'll go on next. So I accept the license agreement, go on next again. So I want a custom install, and the hard disk is 20 gig. I go on next again. So here the files are being installed, installing Windows on my virtual machine. It's going to take a while. So we're going to wait till it gets to 100%. So at this point, I will stop the video and I'll return when we get to 100%, so we can continue from there. Okay, so this is where we are right now. The installation process is still ongoing. So wait for the operating system to get installed. It's gonna take a little while, so I'll pause the video and continue. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to assign a password to this computer, to my account. So say put password here. Okay, so it's important to use a long password and a very good one. So, and there you have it. There you have it. So I can just put my password. Voila, the operating system has been installed. So here we are. So if I go here, I can just see the server manager console is opening up. So I can go ahead and install all the other tools I will want to install on this VM. So the VM is ready to go, and in the upcoming videos, we're going to play around with this VM. We're going to change the name and add it to the domain controller to be part of the domain, and then we're going to play around with the settings. So on the virtual machine now, if I want to sign off, I just click on the Windows button,
and click on this icon here and click on sign out. So it's signing out, and once it's out, I can just close out on this screen, and you can see on the virtual machine, you can see that the test VM is on the running state. I can just click on it and come over here and say turn off. So this system is off right now, and once the system is off, I can just decide to exit out of the Hyper-V Manager.
And there you have it. Today I've explained to you in this video how a virtual machine can be installed on a Hyper-V console. And I've also explained the advantage of doing this. So if you like this type of content, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime we make a video like this. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you again in my next video.